And now that I've got it recording, welcome everybody to the beginning of the marathon, Metroid Zero Mission. The remake of the original, where it all began. The improved version of the original Metroidvania of over a year ago. To celebrate the month of October, I streamed Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And to both celebrate Halloween and also to show off what game formed the second half of the Metroidvania name. But of course, this is Metroid. This is the first half. We're going to see a game that revolutionized the genre, or rather, a remake of it. But before we get into the actual gameplay, check this out. They have the original NES version on the Game Boy cart. And I don't intend to play very much of this. It is very tricky. It's also a little quieter than I remember. But yeah, here's what Metroid looked like back when it first released. And this was the first side-scrolling game to allow you to go left. So what they did was they made it impossible to progress beyond a certain point if you went only to the right. And I didn't go far enough to show it, but the whole deal is you are required to go to the left in order to get this. What was that? It was this. Morph Ball. Which oddly looks like a rolling ball of... What's the term I'm looking for? It looks like a rolling ball of breakfast burritos. Let's call it that. Also, yes, short beam. Fun fact, the only reason the Morph Ball was invented was because they didn't want to try and animate Samus crawling. Sugar cookie? Nah, there's too much red for a sugar cookie. I guess maybe a Christmas sugar cookie or something. And I have to go over this because I cannot attack going under it. Now, the reason that I prefer to play Zero Mission instead of this game is not just because Zero Mission is improved, but because this game did not age well. It's very tricky to play this game unless you know what you're doing, because... excuse me. Ow, I'm not doing so hot. You might notice I'm already nearly dead. It only started me with 30 HP, I think? I have a maximum of 99, and I can get more. But for some reason, they always start you with only 30 available to you. That's one of the weird quirks about this game. But additionally, you cannot crouch. You cannot aim diagonally. A lot of the rooms look extremely similar, and there's no map, so it is terribly easy to get lost. And frankly, this game is just a bit of a pain in the butt by modern standards. So what I'm going to do now is, let's see, reset, there we go. And now let's get into the remake, which dramatically improved things. Not that one. Planet Zebes. I called this place home once, in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. Pardon the lag, that is not native to the game, that's just the emulation. I do have a physical copy of the game. We still start off with a short beam, but boy, we're already faster. A little less floaty. It actually tells us what we just got. Double tap down to take ball form and gain access to narrow passageways. Let's see. I was gonna say something and now I've lost it. We also have diagonal aim here. Ow. These things are new. They give us a little bit of a hint of where to go. And they also revive us. There's a lot I want to say about this game, and it's hard to think about all of it while I'm playing it. But one thing I can say, this game is very popular for speedruns. All of Metroid is, really. Because these games were designed, at least pretty much ever since Super Metroid, these games were designed for sequence breaking, which essentially means doing things out of order. In the original Metroid, it's hard to say it was designed for that, because it was not designed to have an order in the first place. It was meant to be one of the first games with an openly explorable map. Now we have the long beam, which never shows up again in the rest of the series because none of the other games start you with a short beam. Alright, picture this. Samus Aran is already the galaxy's best bounty hunter with the short beam. And she's about to get way stronger in this game. But, so yeah, one thing I was gonna say, I started this game later than intended, and that is because I was reminded late last night that I had planned to go see a race with my brother-in-law, and I was thinking that was next month. But, yeah, so I just got back from that about an hour and a half ago, ate some dinner. I am very sunburned, but I got to see a bunch of Porsches driving at 100+ miles an hour around a racetrack. It was awesome. And here we have the Ridley and Kraid statues. In the original game, they were actual statues, and upon defeating the respective foes, the statues would lift or something like that, and a bridge would form over a pit of lava. Here, they just made it completely impassable, because in the original game, people found a way to essentially glitch their way over the pit of lava and completely ignore any and all boss fights before the big final boss, Mother Brain. So yeah, hopefully next week, or whenever I start streaming. Well, yeah, hopefully next week I'll be able to start several hours earlier. If I didn't go to the racing thing today, I was going to start this at like noon. It is currently 6:48 p.m. And other news, if I sound a little different to y'all, it's because I'm using a new studio microphone, which is part of why I am surrounded in cables right now. I also have a full-blown audio interface with which I can change
voice effects. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
But yeah, that's a little fun. Don't know how much I'll use it, but I was told I needed an audio interface for doing voice work and such, so that's what I got. No clue what you just said, but it was amusing. All I really said was, I can do this now. Now, I'm usually a little bit faster with this game, but there is very slight lag in the emulation. Hold on a minute. Am I going the right way? I think I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, there's very slight lag in the emulation, slowing me down a little bit. Yeah, I can't even go this way. Ow. Yeah, playing this on an actual GBA is a much smoother experience. I will say, one thing I always loved about the Metroid games, especially the Game Boy ones, is this. I love that these things are animated when you step on them, and that to activate the save point, you just stand in place. You don't press anything. No up, no down, no A, no B. You just stand in place, and it does the thing. We now have missiles! Opens red hatches. Can't break that yet, that requires morph ball bombs. So fun fact, in the original Metroid, enemy spawning pools like these were the only way to fully restock on equipment. I missed. He actually tries to follow you when he dips down, but since I'm directly under him, he's just going straight down. Oh, he's leaving. You can beat that boss right there if you can get 3 hits in on him. Or so I understand. But if you don't, he leaves. Oh, come on. Let's save again. Save often, save always. Or did I say that backwards? Hello, little purple bug. You're going to shine in the spotlight later. This way. Watch out for the bats. Hello, creepy nest thing. Hold on a minute. Whoop! Whoop! Ow! Ow! Go away. There we go. So how are you all doing tonight? Fun fact, on my way to the races, I watched a couch fall off the back of a truck in the middle of the freeway. Not too bad, that's good. Hello again. Gosh dang it. And you can see he's already still a little damaged from the earlier fight. Have to keep packing, fair enough. I still have a little bit of unpacking to do, but not too much. I might get 1 or 2 more furniture items before I finish. Help space things out, but this room is definitely more spacious than my previous one. It's allowing me to sort everything out. Are you kidding me? I don't remember him rushing off a second time. Here we have an energy tank. We now have an extra 100 life points. Even with energy tanks in the original Metroid, you still only started with 30 HP filled if you died. Made the game very tricky to recover from. Here we have a map room. Windstar map data acquired. Fun fact, I remember when I first got this game, my family was on my way to visit my uncle in another state. And it was something of a family tradition by that point, because I love video games. They were like, alright, each time we go on a nice, big, long family drive, just so you're not replaying over and over the same games you've already beaten several times, it was a perfect opportunity to get me a new game. Especially because at the time, long drives were some of the only occasions where my parents would let me play a game for more than an hour a whole day. So, on one of those trips, they got me Zero Mission. And I played the crap out of it. And I remember after we got to my uncle's place, there was a point where he saw me playing it on my Game Boy Micro. And he goes, "How can you even play something that small? It's such a tiny console, my fingers are too big." I never had a problem. Also, we now have the Morph Ball Bombs. An item that is frequently used for sequence breaking because of the ability to bomb jump. There's a way to do it so you could just keep going up and up and up, and I used to have the timing down many years ago, but I'm having trouble getting that timing down nowadays. Oh, we're losing HP from these things now. Come on, stop it. Hang on, was there a reason? No, there's no item dot. We're good. Going right, I imagine. Nope, never mind. Going down to the left. Ow. I wonder if there's a way I can speed up the emulation a little bit, but I don't want to waste too much time. I'll probably figure it out before I get to Fusion later on. One of the things I kind of dislike about this game is the sheer speed at which most of the music is played. It all feels a little rushed. There's also another detail that you guys are not going to understand until several games later, but this game came out after Metroid Fusion, but Metroid Fusion has much better graphical detail. At least in my opinion. This game is slightly more cartoony with its graphics, and I don't know why they bothered to tone down the graphical quality. I know it was made by the same company. Maybe they got a different graphical artist, I have no idea. But I was always a little annoyed at how much more cartoonish this game looks compared to Metroid Fusion. That's not that big of a deal, though. Just firing the gun everywhere in this game is tons of fun sometimes. Hold on. What's down here? I see. There we go. Now, hold on. Wait for it to respawn. Come on. There we go. There we go. Usually it's a little quicker with that. Going down to Norfair next. So the reason I'm doing a long play of this game instead of multiple episodes is because I confirmed quite recently... What the heck? Oh. That was my phone going off. I recently confirmed that I can beat this game in a single day. And technically, if you don't count... Hold on. Has he healed since earlier? Come on. I'm really tired of somehow missing. There we go. We now have the Charge Beam. An iconic weapon of platformer shooters like this. But I can also do this. It doesn't look like much is happening here. I'm just charging my beam and doing jumps, but it acts as a sort of pseudo screw attack, which is a jumping attack you get much later in the game. It took me a long time to learn that. I don't even remember how I learned that. But yeah, these games have a lot of tricks that they will not teach you. Mother Brain is aware of our presence. Let's see, which way am I going from here? So what I was saying is that if you don't count pause screens, then I can beat this game in roughly 3.5 hours. Because this game does not time you while the game is paused. But yeah, these games do keep track of how long it takes you to beat them. You can get different quote-unquote endings. Basically different endgame images, depending on how quickly you beat the game and how many items you picked up along the way. This additionally makes them very popular for speedrunning and replaying. Welcome to Criteria, the surface of Zebes, if I recall. We don't have those yet. And this area is right outside of what is called I believe it's called the wrecked ship in Super Metroid. The wrecked ship is one of my favorite places in Super Metroid. To wait for that block to respawn. Yeah, I never put together that this was the same place as the Super Metroid example until quite literally yesterday. What the heck is this thing? Well, we can't break it, so... Unknown item. Analysis inconclusive. Item incompatible with current suit. You should note the item does not make those blocks breakable. Simply having the item is what does that. Well, what now? And now we have an item that is brand new to this game and possibly exclusive to this game, the Power Grip. The entire purpose of the Power Grip is to let us do this, which was a new feature back in Zero Mission. You would have ball jumped into the hand. This hand, or in the other side of the wall. There's something here. Hey, check me out. The other side. Yeah, I think I tried that too my first time playing. But the hands do serve a purpose, and you'll see it here in just a second. There we go. Yeah, the Power Grip was not in the previous games, not counting Fusion where it first made itself known, but it was simply a function of the game rather than being called the Power Grip. The implication is that it gives Samus the strength to pull herself up with one hand, armor and all. Yep. I used to be able to time it so that I could change direction mid-fall and land directly into my ship. By the way, Samus' ship gets a lot of makeovers throughout the series. I think this is my least favorite version. It looks kind of Play-Doh-y to me. Don't have that yet. I forgot to mention, my roommates have diamond ice cubes that can be made, diamond-shaped ice cubes. And I've got some of those in my water mug right now. For what prince is without his jewels? What are the turtle things? Sorry, I missed it. What turtle things are you talking about? You mean these floaty things? Dodging them instead of shooting? That's because they are currently invincible. I don't remember what they're called. I think they're called Reavers? Or Weavers or something? Their purpose will come in later, but currently their only purpose is to just be obstacles. Ow. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Moving on. So, pros and cons of moving into this new place. Bigger room. Don't have tons of chores to do all the gosh dang time. Especially on Saturdays. I'm not helping my dad mow the lawn and such on Saturdays anymore. So it gives me more time for streaming longer games like this. But, couple cons. My room is warmer than what I'm used to. Makes it a little trickier to go to sleep at night now and then. A little uncomfortable during the day hours sometimes. Thankfully I've got a fan and I can open my window, which helps a lot, makes it much more comfy. But I'm used to my room being cold. We now have the Ice Beam, one of the most iconic weapons of the entire franchise. This beam can freeze enemies in place. You can safely stand on frozen enemies. And this is where the other purpose of the Weavers comes in. But yeah, room's a little warmer. I don't have to wear a jacket indoors anymore. I almost missed that. There was a second con, and now I'm forgetting what it was. Oh well. And here we go. Boop! Boop! Boop. Nailed it. Oh, dang it. I was trying not to freeze them too close to the ceiling. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot about this. Yeah, I already have 50 missiles, and I'm still technically at the beginning of the game. Have not defeated either one of the major bosses. Can't break that right now. Oh, hold on. There we go. More missiles! No, oh, stop it. There we go. That pancake thing has a slight step to it, and that messed me up in trying to get off the platform. So, the original Metroid was inspired by the Alien films. And what they attempted to do with the game, other than just giving you the open world thing, they wanted to make you feel isolated and alone. And I think they did a fairly good job of that, especially in the original. In this game, it's a little harder to feel that because of how peppy the music is. But we'll get that feeling in a lot of other games. Hey there, Nerdy Neo! Haven't seen you in my chat in a while. Glad to have you here. Best 2D Metroid? I might argue this is actually my least favorite. Not counting the original Metroids 1 and 2. This one's great, don't get me wrong, I love this game. But I think I like AM2R, Fusion, and Dread all more than this one. And Super Metroid. Almost forgot about Super Metroid, somehow. This one definitely does have speed to it, though. It is really fun. So how you doing, Neo? Wait a minute. Aha! That's for later. Also, Neo, how do you like the sound of my new microphone? Let's see. I think we can go to right now. Oh, we have to go down there, though. The right can wait. Doing well, planning on finishing Prime 2 on Metroidvania Monday. Gonna be the last one for a while, since I'll be on a bit of a summer hiatus for the Mediterranean vacation. You're on a vacation to the Mediterranean, huh? That's pretty sick. Mike sounds great, glad to hear it. The craziest thing is, I have a voice changer here. One of the settings is called Elder. It's supposed to make me sound old. But the funny thing about it is that it ends up making me sound a lot more my age instead. In fact, I think it's, let's see.
I believe it's this one. I can't hear myself, so I can't confirm. But, yeah, do I sound more like a 30-year-old man with this one? You guys? Anyway, I'll change it back.
There we go. How does this thing work again? You sound like Kaiju? Yeah, I suppose I can see that. I can't reach that up there yet. There's an energy tank up there. But can't reach it yet. Wonder what's up with the face on the wall? I never really understood that. And here's one of the best songs in the game right here. That you'll have to wait for just a second. Anybody notice a little secret in the wall right there? Anybody seeing that? I can do mic gags now. It makes me happy. And now we interrupt the song again. And now we get into the best song in the game. Or one of them anyway. Main issue with AM2R is some bad pathing and signposting or lack thereof. Super Metroid lacks some of the QLL improvements that came with more recent Metroids. Fusion is too hand-holdy and Dread. I hate the Emmys. I have nothing bad to say about Zero Mission, hence why it's my favorite. Fair enough. I don't hate the Emmys. I think they're a little underwhelming, actually. Zero Mission, I mean, Fusion, I understand the hand-holding. A lot of people really didn't like that. Gosh dang it. Alright, check this out. Blech. That was a wall jump. Super Metroid teaches you how to do wall jumps. But, so Fusion was actually my first Metroid game. And I think Fusion's great for beginners because it teaches you how to play the Metroid formula without letting you get too lost. And in fact, Marco Meatball is an opera singer that does music stuff on YouTube now involving video game music. And he's always wanted to get into Metroid, but he was always hesitant because he doesn't like getting lost in games. So I suggested that he start with Fusion because it makes it really hard to. And Fusion also does a great job of the whole feeling isolated and in danger vibe. I cannot wait to play Fusion on stream. But, yeah, the main reason I like the other games more than this one is this one almost feels just mostly because of how it looks and the music style and everything. It feels a little too cartoonish compared to the other games. A little too basic to me. Am I stupid? Am I forgetting something? I am absolutely forgetting something. Hold on. Oh, right. Okay, I see it. Did I get it? Yes, I did. That's weird that it didn't break on me launching upwards. I love these little alien dudes with their huge eyes. They look like space nerds. And we get the only example of morph ball technology in all of the 2D games. Now we go this way. Like Nerds the Candy? Nah, I meant nerds with huge glasses that make their eyes look enormous. Stereotypical movie nerds. Like me. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, I'm like, man, if my voice was not as smooth as it is, I would just be 100% a movie stereotype. Also, hello, Kaiju. Little goobers remind you of Numemon from Digimon? I don't know that one. This thing gets way faster when it's close to death. Ow. By the way, that's acid, not lava. And that thing is called the acid worm. The worm at the beginning of the game had a name too, and one of the names for it was really goofy, but I don't remember what that name was. Was there another secret in here? I don't think there was. What am I using to play this? What do you mean? Piles of snot with eye stalks and they're green. I might actually know that one now that you're describing it. Oh wait, we need to go left again. Neo, if are you using like Nintendo Online or emulator, I am using MGBA for this. But no, the monster is supposed to get faster when it's close to death. I was just pointing that out. That's not an effect of the emulation. The only effect of the emulation, as far as I can tell, is it misses a frame here and there. I think it might be running slightly slower, like milliseconds slower than it should be, but still perfectly playable. By the way, now that I have more folks watching me, how's the volume levels? Do you think the game is loud enough? Am I too loud? What's the verdict? Audio levels sound about perfect. Awesome. Man, that song can get stuck in my head for hours. Fun fact, I've on my phone, I've been listening to the same song, not this song, a different song, literally on repeat since yesterday. I was listening to, is it Donkomatic, I think it's called, by the Gorillaz? Partially deaf, fair enough. So another point of annoyance for the original Metroid, acid is solid. So you cannot tell that that acid down there is fake, a weird illusion, without just jumping right in. But in this game, you get the hint with the Weaver being visible right there. Though it's a pretty questionable hint because of how invincible Weavers are. Do I have the Tism? Yes, I do. You knew that. The OG Metroid has so many issues. Oh, yes. I was a little tempted to try playing through it with some kind of mods or something for easier gameplay before I played this, but I decided against it. I'll probably, if I do play through the OG Metroid, it'll probably be for like a challenge month or something. Ah, I see. Hey, I killed one. Oddly enough, I don't think I ever went into this room during my test playthrough a month or two ago. Haha, I got two of them. Finally played OG Metroid 1 and 2 this year for the first time. 2 was great, but 1 was so painful. You enjoyed 2? Because I didn't think 2 was that much better than 1. Granted, I've never finished 2. I've only played like a few minutes of it, but also, it still has no map. Some of the music in that game is hilariously bad. Or just weird. Yeah, I didn't think 2 would be that great. Samus Returns on the Game Boy is just unpalatable. Coming off the OG Metroid, Metroid 2 was a massive improvement. Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, which do you prefer? The actual Samus Returns for DS or AM2R? I personally prefer AM2R. Did I say Game Boy Neo? I meant DS. I do not actually want to go up yet. I guess I can afford to waste missiles now. Yeah, Metroid 2 Return of Samus was the original name of that game, and then the remake was called Samus Returns. Or there's AM2R, which stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake, which was made by a fan before Samus Returns came out. You haven't played Samus Returns since you never had a 3DS, but I played Metroid 2. Yeah, AM2R is fantastic. I think Samus Returns wasn't bad, but a lot of environments felt really samey, and a lot of new mechanics felt very experimental, a little too experimental. It felt a little, just not quite right to me. Dang it. I did not mean to do that. Got it! Oh, wait, I forgot I have to break off. With it not having a map and vast swaths of empty rooms where you backtrack, I'm happy they've fixed it with AM2R. Right? AM2R also has better environment variety. Got it. AM2R has great music too. Great vibes. I love AM2R. Because I didn't like Samus Returns as much, I was a little skeptical about Meteor Steam making Dread, but then they freaking knocked it right out of the park with Dread. Dread is amazing. How far am I? I'm about to go fight Kraid. Metroid 1 and 2 with a map on my second monitor, so that was... You know what? That would help a lot. That makes sense that you would be able to enjoy them a lot more. And I definitely will do that if I ever play the games... Oops, I don't need to go in here. If I ever play those games myself. I'm getting lost. I'm wasting time, gosh dang it. Dread was way too short. Dread is kind of short, just a little bit. But to be fair, it was meant to be a return to form with the 2D Metroids. And one of the things that made the 2D Metroids so good was that they were very replayable. They were games that you could beat relatively quickly. Just about the right length. I think it was maybe, I don't know, an hour too short. Not very much. My one issue with Dread, well, two issues. My two issues with Dread that I can remember are, I thought the Emmys were a little underdone. They were a little too clean and neat looking. A little too easy to avoid if you know what you're doing. And a little too tricky to escape from if you get caught. Some people say that it's too easy to escape from them. I'm really bad at timing it. I don't know how other people can do it so well. Can't play much of Dread because of your heart? Well, I'll be playing it for you guys. So you'll get to see the whole game, Kaiju. My second issue with Dread was some of the music wasn't all that memorable, and some of the locations were... I wish the water place was a lot bigger. They didn't do enough with that one, I think. Do I not have the speed booster yet? I don't. Couldn't play Fusion because of your anxiety? Well, I'll be playing Fusion too, and I love Fusion. I'm great at Fusion. I forgot those things actually make noise if you're listening to them. Unknown item number 2. Yeah, Fusion's great. Yeah, this is the start of a marathon. I intend to play all 5 main story games. And then I will probably be working on the Prime games after that. Stoked for Prime 4? So am I. That's part of why I'm doing this marathon, is to celebrate Prime 4. Fill in my fans on everything that happens. Oh, come on. I hate that some of these enemies take multiple shots to freeze. These frickin' broccoli wings! Isn't there a secret in one of these? Doesn't seem like it. I think there's a similar room with secret stuff in it. Hope it comes out on OG Switch. It's supposed to. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed. Started a Zero Mission named 2R, Super Metroid, Fusion Dread, Prime 1, and currently on Prime 2. Nice! Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Prime 1 Remastered, and then I'm going to be doing Prime 2 and Prime 3, I think with Prime Hack. Man, playing those games with Prime Hack is crazy smooth. It takes a little getting used to, but once you're used to it, it is impressive. Alright, Kraid time. Oh yeah, a little fun fact I forgot to mention. In the OG Metroid, it took 5 missiles to break red doors. Which is just another reason that game was tricky. Kraid's a big boy! Apparently, if you're really quick, you can actually defeat him like super freaking fast. Like before you even have to come down here. Kraid's a big boy. He's also a gross boy. And the OG Kraid was literally Samus's height. He wasn't very big at all in the original game. And down he goes. Prime Remastered is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but for some reason I always liked Prime 2 and 3 more than Prime 1. Ridley and Kraid were both Samus' size in the OG. That is true, they both were. I love that when you defeat one of them, their face on the map is replaced with a big ol' X. And now we have the speed booster. Run until speed boost begins to break certain blocks and damage enemies. If Prime 2 gets a remaster, it may take my top spot for favorite Metroid. Right. I really hope it gets a remaster. I want Prime 2 remastered so bad, and I'm so mad it hasn't happened yet. Upset when you kill the lizard boy in Super, he did nothing wrong. Yeah, it's always a bit of a bummer. Poor Crocomire. Hold on a minute. What did I say about something I'm going to use play Prime 3? I'm going to use Prime Hack, which is... it's a modded version of Dolphin Emulator, specifically for the Prime games. Oh, dang it, freaking eyeball monsters. It's specifically for the Prime games, and it makes it so you can play the Prime games with mouse and keyboard controls. Which, I don't know how to emulate motion controls on emulation, so I went with the Prime Hack route, which literally just does things with the push of a button. And controller. That's right, it lets you do it with controller too. I almost forgot about that. Oh! I didn't mean to go that direction, but that works. Oh, I can keep running through. That's what I'm supposed to do normally. Alright. I'm a dunce. But since when is that a new thing? I love this method of getting to the top of the room. He's having to break these blocks. It's the disappearing, reappearing staircase! Brought to you by the same people that made Disappearing Inc. I've heard about that since I play for Metro Achievements. They only work on base version of Dolphin. Fair enough. Yeah, I was going to play Prime 2 with original GameCube controls. And I might still do that, I'm not sure. But I think Prime Hack also lets you give the games a little bit of a visual facelift. Can't you just wall jump? No, you don't know what I'm trying to do here yet. Ow. Let's see. Oh, you screwball. The disappearing staircase? Technically. Oh. I thought I needed to blast through, but I guess not. If you don't care about retro cheeses, playing with modern controls is the way to go. That's my biggest issue with Prime 1 and 2. Yep. That's the plan. But part of the reason I considered playing Prime 2 with GameCube controls is just to show the difference in control schemes between the three games. $10 USB Wii sensor bar so I can play Prime 3 and Other M with my Wiimote. I didn't know that was a thing. That's good to know. I might have to get that so I can try Other M, because I've never played Other M. And I don't know if I'll like Other M. I am not super motivated to play it, but I'm a little intrigued. Mostly by the bosses. I just want to see what Phantoon and Nightmare are like. Almost killed your love of Metroid? Well, that's not good. I should not be in ball form right now! Yeah, I remember I was super hyped for Other M to come out, and then it came out and people were like, and I was like, darn! Well, good thing I can't get it anyway, because I was a kid at the time, and all I had was a measly allowance. Oh gosh, dang it, frickin'... Not a good Metroid game? As a Metroid game, no. Decent sci-fi game, fair enough. Yeah, it sounds like that's the case. Much better. Can't believe that took me multiple attempts. Usually I get it on the first try. Rather play Other M than OG Metroid. Fair. Yeah. I think we can agree on that. Pretty sure I did this wrong. I did not. We're good. Energy Tank 3. Kill the broccoli wings. I don't recall if I said earlier, by the way, all you folks that just showed up, I would have started the stream much earlier in the day, but I was out watching a race with my brother-in-law. I got to watch a guy lap multiple people. Dude was racing real well. It was a Porsche race, by the way, a bunch of Porsches. You adore the OG Metroid? Did you grow up with it or something, Orange? What was really funny about the race was there were three guys that they were just constantly stuck with each other. Like, way at the back of the pack. We started calling them the Three Amigos, because there was never much distance between them at all. It looked like they were following each other. Your first ever video game? Shoot, that would do it. If you're gonna play Other M, get the Japanese dub with English fan dub, better than Other M English. It doesn't translate well into English due to cultural differences as well as voice acting problems. If I can, I will. Super Mario World was your first? I'm not entirely sure what was my first. I grew up with a lot of video games around me. Not necessarily playing a ton of them all the time, but like my uncles had a Super Nintendo. Not with Super Metroid. I actually got Super Metroid myself after I inherited the Super Nintendo from them. But, and that was after I was already a big Metroid fan. But yeah, they had Mario World, they had Mario Kart. My dad had a Game Boy that I inherited that had a few Mario games on it. I'm pretty sure my first video game was either one of the Mario games or... Hold on. I'm gonna take a drink. First game ever was Ocarina of Time. That's a good one. First was Duck Hunt. You would regularly crash the game because you were so good at it. That's interesting. I didn't know that was possible. I've actually never played Duck Hunt. Never got the chance. My first game was either one of the Mario games, I believe. Well, it could have been one of three things. One of the Mario games, a little-known old MS-DOS game called F-19 Stealth Fighter, which I was going to stream, but I have a really hard time figuring it out. That game has so many controls, and it's so hard to tell what they do. It's also really hard to read and understand the map. And the manual for the game reads like an actual fighter jet manual, so it's a bit nuts. But the third possibility is that it was an educational game, like a Disney Pocahontas minigame collection, or Reader Rabbit, or something like that. Or Humongous Games. I'm not sure what my first game was, but it was in one of those ballparks. Let's see, where are we? We need to go to Norfair. A kill for a Super Metroid remaster that looks and plays like Dread. Oh, heck yeah! You know what? I'm gonna do a little sequence breaking for y'all. I'm supposed to get the high jump to get this. Let's see if I can do it this way. Haha! There's also another way to do it involving wall jumping, but I don't know how to do it that way. Didn't need that. Let's be honest though, Super Metroid is still great as it is once you get used to the stiffer controls. That game is fantastic. Second game that you can remember was Jurassic Park for NES. I do know my first... the first console I personally owned was a Game Boy Color. And before Zelda, I was into The Quest for Camelot, which was a Zelda clone on that console. By the way, Quest for Camelot on Game Boy was made by Titus Entertainment, the same people that made Superman 64. It was not a good game, but kid me was too dumb to recognize that. I thought they were geniuses trying to make it trickier, or something, or more whimsical. You love Quest for Camelot, the movie or the game? Didn't know you even knew about the game. Super's great, but yeah, it's a bit stiff going back to it now and having all your equipment cycle through by repeatedly hitting one button is annoying. It is annoying, yeah. Could definitely do with a control update. You own the game? What the heck, man? Heck yeah. Someday I'll play it on stream, I'm sure, but gosh dang it. It took me many years to finally beat that game because I couldn't figure out how to beat the boss that was only vulnerable during an attack. Because I was too dumb to put that connection together. You loved using the shovel? Right. I used to shovel out entire maps. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. I can do this better. Same. There we go. Woo! I can't open that yet. What the heck? Anything look interesting about this wall over here? Ah, we can't get in there yet, though. Legend of Zelda from Blockbuster Video. Okay, the game that I got from there were 2 games that I got from Blockbuster all the dang time. Actually, no, 3 games that I got from Blockbuster all the time. One was Atlantis, The Lost Empire for Game Boy Color. Here we have the high jump. The second was Wario Land 3, and the third was Pokemon Crystal, until I eventually got Pokemon Crystal myself. I am very happy to now own all 3 of those games. That room is too hot to stay in, that's what that was just now. I kind of love these things. I don't know why. I kind of love how gremlin-y they look. And now that I can jump higher, I can get up here. More missiles! We are an hour and 12 minutes in, and I already have 101 missiles to work with. I wish I was good enough to actually speedrun this game. Alas, I am not. I feel like there needs to be a... I've always felt like there needs to be a subgenre of speedrunning that involves not using exploits. The whole point is to just play the game as the designers intended it to be played. Like, full-run, natural course gameplay, but just do it as quickly as you possibly can. Because I used to rush through these Metroid games trying to beat them that fast. But without using exploits. Okay, we want to go back down, I think. Because what was in here? Ah, can't do anything with this yet. Here's some actual wall jumping. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Heck yeah. Where are we at now? We need to go back up. Legend of Mana and Aiden Chronicles, the first made, were my 3 main Blockbuster games. Never heard of that last one. I don't know why I bothered to jump. I'll go ahead and rush past this save point. My first Zelda game was Oracle of Ages, which I already streamed a while back. And fun fact, the main reason I got Oracle of Ages when I was a kid was because I saw a cousin or somebody playing it while I was out at a lake. And I became fascinated that it had bombs. I wanted to blow stuff up. So I got The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages so that I could blow stuff up. Link's Awakening DX? I've never finished Link's Awakening. I need to get around to finishing the remake. I have watched a full playthrough of Link's Awakening, so it's not like I've missed the whole story, I just haven't finished it myself. I should save. Whoop, I missed. Save is further down. Or did I just save already? I don't know. I zoned out for a second. I'll save again. Why not? Yeah, I almost wish I didn't have to play these games in order. Technically, I don't have to. I'm fully aware of that, but I feel like I should. And I kind of wish I didn't, because, man, I really want to play Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion is just so cool, man. What's this way? First owned Zelda game was the original Link's Awakening. First Metroid game was Super. You died a lot. Yeah, I don't blame you, especially if you've never played a Metroid game before. Super gives you plenty of opportunities for death. And back up top. Okay, I think I remember what's up there. Wait, we can do the ball jump now. I forgot about that. Super's one of the games that stand the test of time, which is ironic because the games before it very much did not. And then Super was like, let's change that. Let's revolutionize the freaking crap out of Metroid. And that was how Metroid became a smash hit household name. It's all thanks to Super. I just realized these blocks have a red outline. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know if that's an emulation thing or not. Can somebody confirm? Now I have to see. Do they still have it? Do these have it? These have it too. I've never noticed that. And now I do this. Whoop. Hold on. Wait for it to respawn. Yep. Oh, come on. Alright, change of tactics. One moment. I did not mean to kill that thing again. Son of a gun. What are we talking about? The yellow background? Nah, so look at the surface I'm standing on right now. It has a red outline. And I just never noticed that before. There you are. Now I can get up here. Hold on a minute. There's a secret here. Google says it's a normal thing. I'm impressed you were able to Google that. Alright, check this out. Here's the second purpose of these bugs. And they like to crawl all over me. They like crawling over ball-shaped things. We let them go after that one. And here we have the Varia suit. Decreases damage taken from enemies, prevents damage from acid and heat. We are orange now. That famous Samus Aran orange. And we can now survive within the acid. Based? Not quite yet. Heard a few people say Varia. Yeah, it's a I remember it was originally called the Varia suit as a Oh yeah, it was supposed to be barrier suit, but it got mistranslated. Maybe translator, they just misheard him or something. I don't know how barrier turned into Varia. I like it. When I was younger, I always thought it was just a version of variant or various. It protects you from various environments, hence the Varia suit. That was how I understood it growing up. Ah, wait. Okay, I see what I need to do. Ah, but I killed them all. In here, back in here. And it's like, there's just enough bugs that they can't hurt me. Or no, it's because I have the Varia suit. The bugs can't hurt me, period, now. I forgot about that. Transliteration of the Japanese text. You murdered those poor harmless bugs? I mean, now they're harmless. They weren't harmless before. I love the little boing they do when they jump. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that. They make like a little Mario noise when they jump. I'll drink some water. I just realized I told my roommate he could tune in if he wanted, and I don't think I told him how to find me. Nothing out of this one, huh? You have a roommate? Yes! I thought I told you, Kaiju. I just moved out last Saturday. I have roommates now. How are you liking living on your own? It's certainly a different experience, but I'm enjoying it so far. Not having as many responsibilities is really nice. Technically, I should have more responsibilities, I'm aware of that. But I mean, like, not having to care for the lawn every Saturday is the really big one for me. As well as being able to stream and game in peace. Not having people walk into my room, take out the dog, mow your lawn, yeah, all that stuff. I don't need to go down there, what am I doing? Wait a minute. Okay, no secrets there. I can see the ground. I hear the bell. I wouldn't have even minded taking out the dog so much, if not for the fact that I have the most temperamental dog ever that just constantly tests your patience. There we go. Let's see if I can pull this off. There's a really tricky thing you can do here. Dang it! I botched it. That is not what I need to do. There we go. And so yeah, technically I didn't need to use the boost ball to get in here, but that's one of the ways that you can do it. And now we go all the way back to the right. So, little fun fact. I once beat this game 100%, and I also once beat this game with 15% of the items. Possibly on hard mode. I don't think I did it on hard mode with that one. I know I beat it on hard mode with 100%. But the 15% run, I will not be doing on stream again, because oh my word, not only is it hard to keep track of the items you collect to make sure you get 15% or less on your car insurance, but there's also a couple space pirates at the end of the game that are just a pain in the butt to fight when you only have 15% of the items. They're already a pain in the butt to fight. Only having 15% of the items makes it much harder. It was painful. I think it took me 2 hours to beat them, which is absurd. And that was 2 hours of attempts. Why do a 15% run? So at the end of each Metroid game, you get different images depending on your completion rates. And there was a specific ending image I wanted to add to the game's gallery that I thought was just a really cool image. But in order to get it, I had to beat the game on 15%. Plus, I wanted to challenge myself. I need to go all the way down. Or I'm protected from temperatures now, so I can go this way. What? I accidentally held down the trigger and just sped up time. I'm sorry about that. Each of those endings have achievements tied to them for retro achievements. Getting 100% in under 2 hours? Yeah, right. Right? Hello, bats. I didn't know you were there. Isn't some variant of this room also in Super Metroid? Okay, here we go. Nailed it. You're an item gremlin. I'm happy to see another one. I love items. They are my treasures, and I love treasure hunting. I love treasure hunting. The Cycle Frontier game is technically dead. It was an extraction shooter. I found a way to play it. I and several other people found a way to play it, even though the servers are shut down, and play it solo, without the PvP elements involved. And I prefer playing it solo, because I love treasure hunting, and I don't like people stealing my treasure from my dead body. Part of the reason I got into Deep Rock Galactic was because I couldn't play the cycle anymore. But one thing that always disappointed me about Deep Rock Galactic was that there's not a lot of collectibles to look for other than the mission collectibles. And you only get like 1 or 2 per map, and it's like, nah, give me things to hunt for that's like not just looking everywhere and hoping to find it, you know? Just about to start Deep Rock? Heck yeah. Rock and Stone. You play DRG with Shield and the others in O&O? I don't. I probably should one of these days. I'm starting to zone out on what I'm doing here. I think I need to go back to the left. Gosh dang it, I could do a speed boost, but not for those guys. Yeah, here we go. I need to go down here. Look at these zoomers with their rocket jets, natural born. The only other place I've ever seen a natural born creature with rockets, or anything resembling rockets, it was frickin' Jugo, I think his name was, in Naruto. He could transform into monsters, that some of which had, like, rockets in their arms. So here's another reason I like these guys. Check this out. That's a little morbid. And here's one that's about to have that happen to him. First time I ran through this room ever in my life, I did not realize that's what was going on. That plant was hungry. Yes, it was. It's like, when you think about it, that's some nightmare fuel right there, but that's one of it's also a perfect showcase of one of the things I don't like about this game, is the music and art design are so positive that first time I ran through that room, I just plumb didn't realize what was going on. It completely... The tone of the game does not match the tone of that site right there. It matches it so poorly, in fact, that it's almost not morbid at all. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Stop! There we go. Okay, can't do anything with that room yet. Hold on a minute. Go away, Fraser. The music is what I would call heroic. It is very heroic music. It's not bad music at all. I just feel like it's a little too heroic for certain parts of the game. They didn't put enough emphasis into the feeling of isolation and being like alone and in danger. Change the music and this is a horror game, right? Here we have the Wave Beam! Fun fact, in the original Metroid, you could not have the Wave Beam and Ice Beam at the same time. However, you could collect them multiple times. So the idea was the Wave Beam made the game much easier to play, but the Ice Beam was necessary to finish the game. And now our beam does this. Makes it easier to shoot our enemies. We can shoot enemies through walls! That's what the Wave Beam does. It also reveals blocks that have special braking properties. And here's one of the biggest cases of why I don't like the animation in this game as much as in other games. That's a very cheap-looking Wave Beam. It doesn't even oscillate evenly. Like, it oscillates outward and then shrinks down to the middle all of a sudden, and then spreads out again. And in later games, the beam especially at Fusion, oh my word, Fusion's beam animations are gorgeous. So the fact Fusion came before this game, and this game just looks like that, makes me kind of mad. The Wave Beam in Super was nice too. It was for Super. Super was an older game, it's SNES, but Wave Beam looked pretty cool in that, even if it was just the same beam with an oscillation animation, but the oscillation made sense. It actually rotated instead of doing this weird diamond pattern. Feel a little bad for that thing. Found a nice nest and we killed it anyway. This thing, as a kid, took me forever to figure out. That's murder. He was just chilling, right? Kind of cute. Yeah, a little bit. Cute little slug monsters. Now, how the heck... Oh, right. I now have a big old hallway. Hold on, what? There's an item in here? Where is the item in here? Did I just cancel my beam? Did anybody see that? That was weird. Bet you wish you had the scan visor for Super? I do. Let's not spoil everything you can do in Super, though. Where's the item in here? Can someone tell me where the item is in here? Can I even get it yet? Entirely possible I can't. Where am I? That's where I am. By the way, I love the little super map in the bottom right. I think this is neat. I don't know if you can hear the little boops, but I love it. Cool map aesthetic. Cool helmet aesthetic. This is supposed to look like Samus's helmet. That's what's up with the framing here. Norfair Worm Room. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Boop? Why the boop? What the happened with the boop? Hold on. When are you gonna set up channel points? Don't know! I do need to set up more streaming stuff, though. Oh, this guy's already dead. These vines are vicious. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I need to stop there, hop down. Poor guy napped to death. Yeah, pretty much. Aw, gosh dang it. That's not what I wanted to do yet. So here's another super reference, is both this boss fight and the music. A little weird what happened to this guy compared to the other ones. At least he has regular water here. Energy tank in the ceiling above the second worm. Good to know. Annoying that I can't go back up right now. I didn't mean to lock myself in. I need water. I don't know if you guys heard Ridley's infamous screech over my talking. Ridley, the screaming space dragon. And there he is down in the bottom left. In the OG Metroid, Ridley was already here when Samus showed up. This room is purely a refill room. Don't you call that overgrown Pteranodon a dragon? He isn't worthy. I mean, he's shaped like a dragon, he can fly, he has a whip/blade tail, and he breathes fire. He's a dragon. There's our worm that fell. It somehow managed to survive, albeit looking very sickly. Kaiju, I'll allow that statement, but please watch your language. Yes, he is, though. To be fair, he's quite terrifying to pretty much everybody but Samus. And he used to be terrifying to Samus as well. Well, we can't seem to do anything down here right now. So, back up we go. He has dug his way down and through. He's gone. He stole the baby. He doesn't deserve to live. Are the green doors just locked? You'll see in a bit. Oh, these eggs. But there's a new item over there. I can't get out of here. The gray door is locked. What do I do? Well, unfortunately, we have to be a jerk. You can't reach me, sucker. Yeah, that thing metamorphosed real fast, didn't it? Look at the background, the webbing. Yeah, there's so much of it. Pretty sure it's not all this thing's, though. Oh, jeez. I have to run over there, don't I? There we go. Ah, that's the key right there. I need to get behind him while he goes this direction. I think this thing is called Imago? Some kind of audio glitch here. For some reason, Imago decides to suicide bomb all of its eggs, even though it was mad at us for breaking its eggs. And now we have super missiles. We only have 2 so far, but that number will grow rapidly. Bit funny to me that it's just a regular missile block there instead of a super missile one. Boom! Now we can open the green doors. Didn't you used to start with 5? Not in this one. Off to dinner, see you later. Where you going, Orange? Why are you always going somewhere else for dinner, man? Why don't you make dinner in your own kitchen and then bring it to your room? No, you definitely didn't start with 3, I know that. I think it depends on the game. It's possible you start with 5 in Super Metroid, but in this game, you get 2. Liked the colors on that Stomper, right? Stompers are neat. And this lets us bypass all of it. This is a trick room. There we go. Okay, so it's 4 blocks. Haha! But of course, I'd be a fool to not show you it. Oh, hold on. Oh, I never noticed you can reveal it if you step close enough to the wall. That's interesting. But of course, I'm gonna go down here anyway. Is it these things you meant? The pink ones? Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, those do seem like your kinds of colors, Zelda Sheik. I don't know why, but I can totally see. I can totally see why you'd be into those. I personally don't like pink that much, and I prefer blue over purple, but they're pretty cool looking. I'll give them that. It's above me. I don't remember. I'm not going that way right now anyway. I am so very, very sunburned. I need more water. Purple's your favorite color? Mine flip-flops a little bit. I more have favorite color combinations than just favorite colors. I usually gravitate to blue as a favorite color these days. It was red when I was a little kid, just because red was the cool color. That was the color of cool cars and cool fire and everything. Now I prefer blue, but I also really like gold and black, and red and gold is another great combination. Come on. Is it this one? One of these, I know, has something going on with it. Is it not here? Is it later in this hallway? Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Yeah, here we go. Oh, well, that was useless. Use aloe, it helps from doing permanent damage. I already did. I used some aloe, and then after I finished dinner and the aloe had dried, I used some aloe lotion. I love aloe, though. It's great. Makes for a good drink, too. Of course, not the stuff that's meant to go on your arms, but if you've ever had an aloe drink, I think they're pretty good. Come on, here we go. Isn't there some down here? What's down here? Oh, fake floor. Try to drink some lemonade, Gatorade, or juice. You've lost more than just water. Good to know. I've got Kool-Aid and dragon fruit juice and Sunny D in the fridge. Oh shoot, that's real lava. Is there not an item somewhere around here? That's real lava too. If there is an item, it's probably in one of these. I love that I can just shoot through those walls and knock out all those dudes. Aloes helps with all forms of inflammation like bug bites or rashes or grass burns, as well as eczema and cuts. I did not know that. I've only ever seen it used for sunburns. Haha. I got the thing. Razor burn too. Very good to know. And here we now have 4 super missiles to work with. It is 8:31. I'll be honest, I knew I'd be able to beat this game in a day, but with how late I started, I was a little worried that I would not be this far by this point in the night. You were supposed to be reading? What are you supposed to be reading? You got reading homework to do? Ow. Oh. Ow. I think it just shoots a beam every time. Now that I think about it, that's an oddly Super Nintendo-y looking thing. Look at this background. This does not look like... This background looks like it came from a completely different game. What is happening here? Sunken Temple. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Okay. Other than the vines from earlier, I forgot to mention, other creepiest thing in this game is, oddly enough, the unknown items. That music is just real creepy and mysterious. They freaked me out when I was a kid. The mysterious unknown items and the music that plays when you collect them are somehow the scariest thing in this game. By miles. We now have a second row of energy tanks. I have a month and a half left to finish 8 total books. In the last week and a half, I've finished 3. And get them all from the library or something? And here he comes. Due to how they programmed this guy's sprite, directly under him is the safest part, because they did not program a hitbox for his feet. Ow. Ow. And Ridley's down. And that was the screaming space dragon Ridley. You can tell Samus has gained some experience since she first met him when she was 3. And she kicked his freaking butt. What a punk, right? 2 months free trial on Kindle, fair enough. Come on. Oh wait, I need to get this first. There we go. I broke it earlier. I don't know if you guys heard the sound. I broke it from a screen. To go with my microphone, I'm also wearing a new headset that's meant to be plugged into other devices instead of because my original headset that I was using had a USB plug. But I needed headphones that could plug into my audio interface along with I needed studio headphones to go with my studio microphone, to put it simply. And I'm still getting used to these studio headphones. They hurt. They're a little tighter on my head. I love what's about to happen here. This is really fun. But yeah. So left side of my head is starting to ache a little bit because the headphones are pressing against my glasses. That's always fun to just rush through that mosh pit of enemies that somehow got themselves trapped in there. If I recall, I believe there is another secret in this room. There we go. Yeah, that's how it goes. Headset broke, so you had to buy a new one with the warranty and shipping and handling. Cost me about almost 120 bucks. My favorite headset, the one that I've been using until I got this audio setup, is the Razer Kraken Ultimate. It's a USB plug-in, but gosh dang it, it's a great headset with a great microphone, and it's very comfortable. And it has LEDs. I love it. And I'm mad that there are not more brands that make headphones like it. Got the Razer Barracuda. Razer makes good headphones. A lot of their other equipment is iffy, but their headphones are fantastic. I wish Logitech made headphones like Razer's, because all of my other equipment is Logitech. Come on. Come on. I need you up here. Here we go. Am I the only one that thinks those things look weirdly like owls? This looks a little familiar. Pretty sure there's a room like this in Kraid's area in Super Metroid. You thought they were owls? Yeah, they look a ton like owls. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they look like owls. Now I can finally go this way and get back to that room that I didn't want to leave. Why is it broken? Oh wait, I can keep going. Hold on. If it looks like an owl and hoots like an owl, I'm gonna call it an owl. Well, it doesn't hoot, I think. So I don't know if we can count that one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look at that huge shortcut we just made. And the problem is, I wanted to go down there to that room in the bottom right. Oh well. We now have the Screw Attack. Arguably Samus's most iconic move. Both for the logo and for what it does. Damage enemies while somersaulting. Well, tell me how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I don't know, but we know how many shots it takes to get to the center of it. And that's the screw attack. Check this out. Whoop. Screw attack is crazy strong, usually shows up last in most games. As she said, though, or as the game said, I don't know why it says she, as the game said, it only works while somersaulting. Pretty sure there's a secret of some kind up here. Ah, of course it is. Not getting that one. That one's really tricky. Or maybe I am. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's just a shortcut to the other side of the room. Alright. Wasting my time again. Rip. You love the lava seahorses that just see you going along and are like, nope. Right? I love those guys. They're neat. More fake lava. I kind of love how squishy they look, too. I don't think I can get that right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, dang it. I forgot. Screw attack ruins that. I think I'm too far away. No! Dang it! I tried to do the straight jump. Messed it up. I'm a spider, so what has lava seahorses? I think they took it from Metroid. There we go. Can you turn off screw attack? You know what? Well, I don't think you can in this game. Can I? No, you can't. You can't turn stuff off in this game. You can in Super Metroid, and you can do it in this game with, like, mods, I think. I think I have used emulation in the past just to try out some hacks and such that make it possible to turn various skills off. But yeah, I don't think you can turn things off in this game. Yeah, there's no turn-off function that I'm finding. Now I need to go way to the left. Yeah, even though it's not really necessary, I do wish you could turn abilities on and off in this game, just for the novelty of it. Oh, wait a minute. I have a nice long hallway to work with now. Ah, not quite enough space. If want to go get that item in the bottom right, I need to go down again. A little bit of a waste of time, but I'll do it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, but I can't... I don't think I can go down there yet. That probably isn't fake lava down there. I almost forgot. For a second, I almost forgot there was something down there, and then I almost forgot that I can't go down there yet. And I can't screw attack through that for some reason. I just freed that guy, and he's like, yay! And then I blew him up. Keep going straight to the right. So how do I get... Oh, there it is! Why wouldn't my wave beam reveal that? We got it! I haven't been using my charge beam very much. I even need to be down here? Starting to think I don't. Wall jump time. Now I go up a little higher. I blasted open the door right before the seahorse punched me inside with his little fireball. That is dangerous. Stop it, please. Did not mean to do that. What ho? A missile tank. Cheerio! I don't know why I just suddenly turned British. Okay, so there's a little trick here. Let's see if I can remember how it works. Okay. Oh, come on. Haha! There's more down below, but I am not currently equipped for it. If I recall, anyway. Oh, come on. I'm a little tired of breaking my platforms. I do not need to go back down. Or maybe I do. Hold on. Yeah, where's the thing that launches me all the way back up? Wait, that's right here. Another example that proves that they did not put as much effort into the sprite work of this game as they did in Fusion. In Fusion, the speed booster makes rainbows, but in this game it's just red. Boring old red. There's more in here, if you can believe it. Somewhere. I could have sworn there was more in here. I guess I'm wrong. Well, shoot. Red herring? Perhaps? Ow. Aw, what the... Gosh dang it, Wave Beam. Room is getting a little bit warm, but if I turn on the fan, you'll be able to hear it in the background. It'll sound like my microphone is peaking, but it's not. Oh wait, I need these guys. We are going back up, right? I believe we are. Oh yeah, because we need to go to the statues. With screw attack, you used to be able to float. Not that you'll don't spoil things, Kaiju. Screw attack never made it possible to float, though. I'll say that much. Heck yeah. Though now you make me wonder if perhaps there's an item somewhere that I'm missing. I wonder if it's in Kraid. Or no, actually, I think it comes later. Oh yeah, it totally comes later. What am I thinking? Ah, I am being an idiot again. Haha. Need more water. Here we are again. Bit weird that they just happen to have these stone statues in here. I wonder who built them and when. Zarby Metroids. Remember that music for a few streams from now, folks. This might be the second creepiest thing in the game, and the creepiest location in the game. Was that a space pirate? Yes, it is. These are space pirates here. They were not in the original game. Space pirates were mentioned, but you did not see them, and it was implied that the regular monsters you see all over the place were the space pirates. But no, these are space pirates. And this is a Metroid. The only way to kill it is to freeze it and then shoot it with missiles. If it gets stuck on your head, as this one is really struggling to do, the only way to get it off is with bombs, and even that is a little tricky sometimes, because they're really good at sticking close to you. Super missiles will one-shot them, but I'm saving my super missiles for when I really need them. Ow. That was close. Hi there. Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, frickin'. There we go. I believe in the original game there were no save points within Turian. Then again, the original game didn't have save points, so of course there weren't. I think they added save points for hard mode, though. Just because of how much trickier hard mode was. These green rings, by the way, also did not exist in the original game, if I recall, but in this game, they always drop items. So I'm just gonna restock on stuff here quick. And we're all full. Use passwords? Yeah, the OG game used passwords. I want to know what's up with these little things here that look like cameras. I wonder why it dropped super missiles. I haven't used any super missiles. Oh, dang it. Stop it! Stop it! Get off of me! Get off! Get off! Get off! I don't like that they just kind of float off of you. They need to, like, actually get away from you. Considering the space pirates, they're probably cameras. Probably. No Metroids. What could this be about? Oh my gosh! Metroids also unfreeze crazy fast. They're vulnerable to ice, but not by much. Blah, blah, blah. And there's more! restock again. Sorry if this is a little boring, it's literally the most efficient way to do this here. The only other restocking method the game has is Chozo statues, of which there are none in this place. Alright, now we're full. Those things that I just broke regenerate if you do not finish breaking them. I think there's supposed to be some kind of, like, electro-bioworm thing. Also, I love these cheap little lasers. Mother Brain was weirdly cheap with her construction, though I have to wonder if that was her choice or the Chozo. And here is Mother Brain. But now she has an eye, which she did not have in the... Or at least, in the original game, she had 2 eyes instead of 1, and she could not shoot lasers from them. She was quite literally a sitting duck final boss. These rings need to go away. I used to be good enough that I could... I used to have a pattern down that I could beat Mother Brain without taking a single hit, but I don't remember what that pattern was. Go away, rings! Rings should not be coming at me from off screen. Ow! I'm getting my butt kicked by Mother Brain. I beat her first try last time I played this. Of course I fell. Come on. Got it! Barely. Self-destruct mechanism activated. Evacuate immediately! I think I heard there's a little trick over here somewhere. Yeah, I can't do that right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Come on! I'm better than this. There we go. No! Jump, dang it! Jump, Samus! And this would be the end of the game. I was thinking the game ended there, but I guess there is still the run back to the ship. I believe in the original game, going up the elevator is the end of the game. Oh, dang it. Run! As I said earlier, least favorite ship design, it looks like a potato with wings. A very squishy potato with wings. And this is all exclusive to this game. Look at that squishy potato. Kaboom! And for reasons that are unexplainable... Oh, hold on. The timing of my escape couldn't have been worse. I was attacked by space pirates and left nearly defenseless, stripped of my power suit. All I had for protection was my rather useless emergency pistol. Infiltrating the space pirate mothership so armed may have been foolish, but I had no choice. Could I survive long enough to escape? So everything from here going forward was not in the original game. An auto-charging pistol. Stun enemies with charge shots. Regular shots do literally nothing except break blocks. This is the first and only time you get to play as Zero Suit Samus in the actual video games, as far as I'm aware. I love how smoothly the charge bar in the upper left charges. She still does her flips, don't know why. But, also, we don't know how that crash managed to strip her of her power suit. I mean, she took the thing off, she should be able to put it back on, shouldn't she? Also, why can't Metroid crawl? She can, just not in her suit. It's too bulky. That's right, we bust into an air vent. This is another of the best songs in the game. You won't be hearing it for very long, unfortunately. And there's some actual space pirates now. Mothership map data acquired. Save room. These save rooms actually restore all of your energy and equipment before they save your game. Also, cool, slightly golden glass. So if I recall, if we get seen, the alarms go off, and then when the alarms go back off, the music is completely different. It sucks, because this is great music. Now, I used to be able to get through all this without being spotted, if I recall, but I don't remember how to do it. And too late. How did he spot me? I shot him in the back, gosh dang it. And you see, now we're stuck with this music. Probably because they know I'm here now. But nothing's changed except the music. And it's a crying shame we don't get the cool spy music anymore. I don't know if you can tell, there is a slight waver on the light of those lasers, and I love it. I think that's great animation. This here is a trap. Oh, I thought there was something there. Is there something in the room he came from? Oh, shoot. Hold on, what's that? Guess I'll have to come back to that. Ow! This is not ideal. I forgot they can shoot each other. Having a little bit of an Emmy moment here. They look like humanoid lobsters. In this game they do. They kind of change appearance throughout the series. I think it's because they're different species of space pirates. I have a lore video script for the space pirates written up, I'm not sure if I'm done with it yet, because the Pirates lore is inconsistent and not exactly all put together. Okay. Alarms are back off. There's the pirate ships. I love all their little sled feet. And their cool neons in the tail. The tail amuses me. It is an amusing tale. Shoot. How did I not get hit? Come on, there we go. Oh no, they've got me trapped. They don't know that though. That moment when sneaking into jail is actually the saving solution. Oh shoot. By the way, a lot of people complain about stealth segments in games that are not stealth games. I think they're awesome. I love this. This is cool. It could be slightly better, but I love it. You get to play as a version of Samus that can't kick butt and still kick butt. In a different way. That jump is surprisingly tricky to make. Okay, that floor is collapsible as well. Oh, dang it. I couldn't pull myself up fast enough. Screw off. Oh. No, stop. Go away. Yeah, they don't know about their own little hidden walls. The worst part about 4 stealth sections is usually their auto-fail if you get detected, though. Yeah, that's true. And that's one of the reasons I like this one. Any forced stealth where you do not auto-fail upon detection is a great one. Though I've even played some auto-fail ones that I really liked. I don't remember them off the top of my head, though. Oh, I thought there was a thing there. I need you to stop, sir. He can't see me in the shadows. He just runs on by Scooby-Doo style. I love it. So yeah, that first pirate that spotted me, I think is the most unavoidable pirate in the game. But there is a way to freeze him before he spots you if you have like a frame-perfect shot or something. Yeah! I love how that one guy is doing patrol inside a tiny room with only a crawl entrance. Funny, usually I'd get spotted and have to run through here. These are destructible, by the way. There's a retro achievement for getting through this area without getting detected. Cool. I love that this game shows you the places you can't be seen by having these shadow squares here. But if it spots your legs... Or that's how I understood it. Ooh. Ah! Oh, screw you. That was close. I recently learned that kind of statue actually has a name. I don't remember what the name is. I believe it starts with a C. It's like a kuchol or something. Don't remember. I love that they bothered to put it in, though. But where'd the thing go? Oh, you screwball. I love that these laser things are literally just eyes on the walls. So creative. They definitely couldn't have just used actual sci-fi security systems. They went with straight-up eyeballs. Yeah, they fake you out with that one. Oh, gosh dang it! I didn't think I jumped that high. Yeah, once the alarms are tripped, these things start shooting lasers of some kind. I need you to stop, sir. I was doing so well. Ow. What's this way? That was close. Whoop! They are all after me. I wonder what this would be like if I hadn't been spotted. Suckers! That is a thing in the Chozo temples? What, that statue? From earlier? What do you mean that is a thing in the Chozo temples? Eyeballs for security systems. True, maybe it's a Chozo thing. You got that GTA 5-star wanted rating? Yeah, I guess I kinda did, didn't I? Samus remembers this place. Now, I learned yesterday that this is apparently supposed to be the Chozo God of War. Haha! If I shoot myself, that's how I take damage. Or I can take damage by touching it. I love that it suddenly gains a visor and mask for the ghost version of itself. Also, if I stand in one place for too long... Lightning! Ow. This thing's actually really easy to fight, I'm just doing a bad job of it. Somewhat intentionally. Oh gosh, dang it. Cool, ominous pipe organ music. Come on, do the thing. Oh. I had to strike lightning right at that moment. Ah, shot the wrong direction. Very reminiscent of the final Sigma fight in Mega Man X. I wouldn't know. Oh my gosh, I'm usually much better at this. Come on. Right there! I knew it would happen right then. Samus gets her pauldrons. And the mysterious new items are activated. This powerful beam can blast through multiple enemies. The plasma beam, the strongest beam in the game. The gravity suit reduces damage from foes and enables free movement in water while also stopping lava damage. And the space jump. Somersault continually in the air. Use a mid-somersault to jump again. This is the floaty thing that Kaiju was talking about earlier. You got your fully powered suit. I don't know if this is a prototype or a blessing from the gods. I don't know what makes this suit stronger than Samus's default suit and why it's different. But huzzah! We now have the fully powered suit and all of the abilities in the game. I can fly! In the weirdest form of flying in any game ever. We cannot go back there now. But we are now also going to absolutely terrorize these space pirates. And this music's great for this segment. Going for 100%? No. I don't even remember where some of these items are. But I might go for the item tied to this area. I just gotta remember where it is. Oh, it's here? Okay. This will be really tricky, but I think I can pull it off. I've done it before. Don't think I did it on emulation, though. I need you dead. Same for you. I love how they still activate the alarms. Did not mean to do that. I should probably just break those blocks. Get them out of the way. Ah! Where does this go? Hold on. Okay, that is not ideal for what I'm trying to do. That's a little sneaky hallway for if you manage to get here without getting the screw attack. Like I said, this game has sequence breaking built in. Oh, dang it. Fun fact, Samus did not get her pauldrons until Metroid 2. Ah, I wasn't fast enough. The only reason she got pauldrons in Metroid 2 was because Metroid 2 was made for Game Boy and did not have color. So they used the pauldrons to tell the difference between the regular power suit and the Varia suit. Or was it the Varia suit and the Gravity suit? One of the two. Dang it! I pressed down too fast. Come on. Ah! I can almost do it. I'm wasting a ton of time, though, and I want to know... Kind of curious to see how quickly I'd beat the game if I wasn't focused on this. You really didn't know that, New? About the suit? Oh, dang it, why did she do the... Son of a gun! This is one of the trickiest items in the game to get. And doing this with an Xbox controller on emulation doesn't help. Haha! I did it! Boy, what a convoluted mess that one is. And that's not the only one that does stuff like that. But I would argue it is the easiest of them that does stuff like that. Ah. I wonder if I can manage to jump through it. It doesn't seem like I can. I'll just go back the way I came. And I can't cancel the animation, so I can't figure out what happens if I stop in the middle of that jump. I'm in lava now. More super missiles. I can break the eyes now. Where do I need to be going? I need to get up... Alright, I need to get back to where the ships are, that's right. But wait. What's this? That was a little pitfall if you happen to try to use that to escape. There's an item in here? Hold on. More super missiles! I think this game and Super Metroid are notorious for being games where Samus can get crazy overpowered just due to the sheer quantity of items available. Makes sense to me. Oh, now he's hiding up there. Wonder if he's playing hooky, trying not to get caught slacking off on the job. But fun fact, space pirates who slack off on the job or show signs of treachery get ironically shot in the back. Space pirates are ruthless, even to their own kind. And believe it or not, they have rules. Meh. Jumped right into it, fool. I knew it. Okay. So there's something I can do here. Two more. I probably have to come from below or something. Now we're back in the Space Pirate Mothership. Another one's slacking off. And here's a gray pirate. These guys are the ones that make 15% runs crazy tricky. Because in a 15% run, you do not get, I think it's the plasma beam. And so you can't just damage them just by shooting them, if I recall. Or something like that. A little annoying that the save room doesn't turn back on if the alarms are going off and you kill the guy. It's getting really warm in my room right now. But I don't want to turn on the fan just yet. There was a pirate back there. Yellow door? What? Oh gosh dang it. I can't open the yellow door. You might remember there's still an item missing. What's up with this thing? Oh, hi there, weird robot friend. It's really hard to hear over the music, but that thing is clunking along with every step it makes. Yeah, missiles don't do anything to these guys. just plasma beam. So I guess you can hurt them with the plasma beam in a 15% run, but you're just not as strong, and so it's a lot harder. Gonk, indeed. They're very gonk droidy. It's these two pirates in particular, if I recall, that made the 15% run a pain in the butt for me. Because you have to fight them again on... well, you'll see. Clunk, 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 clunk. I love that I'm just frantically running against it. There's a move faster pokey moment. For you Proton John fans out there. We're on the other side of the yellow door. This is really annoying. I don't remember what the purpose of this room is. Ah, it's a way to get through faster. But only if you can get this guy out of the way, and he's not faster, so... I think there's also an item tied to chaining more Shine Sparks. That's what the speed booster jump thing is called, by the way. It's called a Shine Spark. It's kind of a fan-made name that became an official thing, I think. Well, this room looks a little familiar. Hey, check out this view! What? You did know that one? Cool. And here we finally get the power bombs. Samus's other most powerful ability. Her three strongest abilities, Plasma Beam, Screw Attack, and Power Bombs. Opens yellow hatches. Kaboom! Or Wishow, I guess. Haha, I did that without touching the lasers. What are we doing here? The Power Bomb becomes our version of Super Metroid's X-ray visor. It reveals everything it touches, and also breaks everything that it can. Power Bombs are insane, and it makes sense that you would get them this late in the game. As a kid, that annoyed me because you get them much earlier in Fusion. And now... now we can actually press up against this window. Can't see anything, but cool sprite work. Do I want to bother with this one? Probably not. But let's see if I can pull it off. Dang it! Didn't mean to do that. You might wonder, what's the point? All I did was set off the alarms. That's the problem. I can't even shine spark across it because of that ledge. That's one of the other really frustrating items in the game. I don't think I'll be going for it. Very metal sluggy sound effect. Say hello to Mecha Ridley. Ridley himself built this thing, by the way. Also, fun fact, if you try to fight this thing with 100% of items collected, its stats are tripled. But only if you have 100% of items collected. I think I actually realized that the first time I tried doing 100%, and I was like, why am I having such a hard time beating this thing? But I didn't catch on that it had actually been upgraded. Self-destruct mechanism activated. Evacuate immediately! We're doing this again! Is that why I died so many times to him when I did this on stream? Probably! That is another thing that I learned literally yesterday. I was reading the TV tropes for this game. That's why I learned about so many of these things yesterday. Because I realized, even though I marathoned all of the TV tropes pages while I was doing research for my lore videos, of which I have yet to make a second one, but I do have scripts written, I realized that I had read the page for the original Metroid, but not for Zero Mission. So I went ahead and read that yesterday. Yeah, it's weird. They triple his HP and such, rather than adjusting it based on your item collection. They just crank it the heck up as soon as you reach 100%. Also, yes, I'm kind of taking my sweet time with this exit strategy. Haha. He got exploded. I can't even use the yellow door to get out of here. You'd think the quickest way out would be their priority during self-destruct, but no. I have to wait for this thing again. Move faster, Clunky. I need to see what the runaway guys have been up to. I haven't looked at their stuff since I moved out. Proton John is one of the runaway guys, by the way. That's why I'm bringing them up. Love the runaway guys. Those guys they're like the Game Grumps, but a little more wholesome. A little less crazy, a little more wholesome, and they're a lot more knowledgeable about the games they play. But also their luck is hilarious. Proton John has bad luck, while Chugga Conroy has great luck. But Proton John is overall better at video games than Chugga is. Because he played a lot of Kaizo games. He got smashed on the windshield like a bug. Mission accomplished! In my weird tadpole ship. And that was Metroid Zero Mission, everybody. I completed it in 3 hours and 8 minutes. Gotta be honest, I thought it would take me longer than that, but I guess I didn't pause very much, did I? That said, I'm not ending the stream yet here. There's a couple things I want to show you. So those of you not familiar with the game, what you think? Cool? Heck yeah. And the games only get cooler from here, in my opinion. Leslie Swan, I swear I see that name a lot. Randy Shoemake. Not Shoemaker. Just Shoemake. Iwata Satoru? I thought it was Satoru Iwata. Oh yeah, here's something I forgot to show. You can actually see this while you're in the room with this thing. Look down in the bottom left. It's little baby Samus being adorable. So I believe this is kind of the default ending image that you get. Clear time 2.5 hours. So I spent about a half hour in the pause menu, basically. Overall. It's a little jarring to have the fronts of her pauldrons look so flat. I'm used to there being like a little circle in the middle of them. But yeah, there's like 8 different images you can get depending on item collection and time completion. Completion time, I got that backwards. So another thing that I found out yesterday that I think is false. They said they made the logo blue to reflect Samus's Zero Suit in this game. But the reason I think that's false is because the OG Metroid also had a blue logo. And while Zero Suit Samus was in that game, it was only unlockable with passwords, and it was not blue. It was pink back then. So yeah, I think that little tidbit about the title might be false. Oh! I beat the game faster? With more items. Or at least more energy tanks. That's cool. But yeah, I think if you can beat it under 2 hours, then you get one of the other endings. And then doing it that way with 100% of item collection gets you another. It's really crazy. Alright, time to run back through this place to show y'all a couple little neat things. Suckers. Love the power bombs. Always a delight to have. I kind of love that I went through the door before that power bomb finished. Ow! Let's see, where's the place I'm going for? It's right there. On that bridge. So I need to go down and left. Score for an on-screen item tracker if you're interested for future streams. I think I saw that. We'll see. I probably won't use that anytime soon. If I do a challenge month thing, I'm thinking of making it January. To represent like New Year's resolutions and such. It'll also be the month that I challenge myself. Plus, there are other games that I would like to get to once I'm done with Metroid. I promised a friend of mine that I would play, I think it's called Bug Fables. It's supposed to be a lot like Paper Mario. Inspired by Paper Mario, in fact, and a lot of people like it. I'm eager to try it out, but I want to play it for the first time on stream. And stuff keeps coming up that moves it further back in the priority list. Am I going the right way? I am. Oh, frickin' gray guy. Why gray guy? Alright. Those of you familiar with Super Metroid might know what I'm about to do. Or Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread does this too. If you're not, check out this little secret that I discovered by accident my first time playing this. And that clued me into what to do in Super Metroid later on. They do it in the first Metroid Prime as well. You're right, I forgot about that. How did you know about that? Also, this little formation here will be recognizable to anyone who's played Super Metroid and really paid attention. Because we are currently just outside where the crashed ship, the wrecked ship should be in Super Metroid. You've played most of the first Prime game and parts of the other two. I didn't know that. When did you play those, Zelda Sheik? That's where the ice spreader is? Is it? I don't remember that being here. Actually, I don't remember that being a thing. We had them when you were younger? You have Prime 1 Remastered now that you're trying to get to? Cool! I didn't know you'd played any Metroid, Zelda Sheik. Didn't think they were your kind of game. Pretty sure the ice spreader is a Prime thing. Oh, are you saying... Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. That's where you... The breakable tunnel is where you get the ice spreader in Prime 1. Got it. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Ah, I still got him. Okay. I was like, did I just break my power bomb? One on GameCube and the other two on Wii? Cool. Interesting little maze we have here. Kind of funny that the plasma beam makes it the wave beam makes it trivial. Well, wave beam and gravity. I mean, not gravity beam. Power bomb. I wonder what's up with the huge mesh wall. What's the Chozo's excuse for building that? At least I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be part of the wrecked ship. Or something. This is definitely outside the wrecked ship. There we go. Oh, shoot. Hold on, how do I... Oh, that's another crazy tricky one to get to, if I recall. Ah! Man, we're back in here now. Oh yeah, once you've beaten the game as well, that timer in the bottom left pops up, as well as the item tracker in the upper left. And it specifically shows you how many items are in the area you're currently looking at. So there is 1 missile tank, 2 more E-tanks, 1 more super missile tank, and 3 more power bomb tanks. In Chozodia, specifically. I had forgotten about that thing. Sucker. Come on. Alright, not gonna turn off the alarms then. I just need a save point now, and then I can call it good. Gotta be honest, I don't remember where I'm going. I'm just kinda going. That is really satisfying to watch. Hold on a minute, what was that? Was that really pointless red herring blocks? What the heck? It's a little goofy that Samus's emergency pistol can break those blocks. And save point. So, everybody, I think that's everything. I don't need sleep mode. Is there a way to go back to the main menu? I guess just reset. And now we have the gallery, which shows us the various images we've unlocked, which might be just one with this. I used to have most of them unlocked. And you can pan back down, but it auto pans up for some reason. There is also a Metroid Fusion link. You can link it to Metroid Fusion to unlock Fusion's endgame images in the gallery. And then, of course, there's the original Metroid, which I might actually play in full someday. I technically have time tonight, but my voice is getting a little worn out. I'm getting a little hot. Thinking I might call it here. Get to do some other things. But I might start streaming AM2R tomorrow. I'm going to try and rush through these things. Not because I hate them, but because I love them, and I want to get them all done before Prime 4 comes out. So, yeah, I'll come back to the OG Metroid ones someday. We'll see. Might be soon. Might be January. For now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, you may find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile, or if you're watching this on Twitch, you may find... if you're watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at TheWinterPrince52. Also, YouTube watchers, please leave comments, because I love comments. Tomorrow, if all goes well, AM2R begins. I don't know if I'll be able to one-shot that one, but we'll see. Thanks again, everyone. I love you all. And have a wonderful rest of your night.